live outside of Wellesley Free Library. I'm Rama Ramaswamy with Wellesley Media. And whatever you do today, do not look up without one of these, your protective goggles, because this is the solar eclipse. We are experiencing the penumbra, which is about a 93% coverage. The moon in front of the sun, perfectly aligned with us today in 65-degree weather. So I hope you're all enjoying this, and we're going to interview a few awesome people here we've lined up. So come on over. And I'm here joined by Lisa Fox, who is the Department Chair of Science at Wellesley Public Schools for Elementary. And she's going to tell us all about the special event today. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So today is a really unique event in that we haven't had a solar eclipse like this since really 2017, but in Massachusetts specifically, not for quite a while. And we won't have one until 2044 in the continental U.S. But again, not in Massachusetts for quite a time. Cool. Yeah, so it's funny. This total solar eclipse is a unique event in that the way the moon goes around the Earth and so does the sun, it's not a perfect circle, it's an ellipse. And because of that, we have this situation where the moon is aligning directly in the path of the sun, where we have, and because of the size of the moon, it's the perfect proportion to the distance the sun is away from us. So that's why the moon perfectly covers the sun. And again, this doesn't happen in a specific location once every 375 years. A lot of times total solar eclipses occur, they just occur over the ocean and bodies of water because most of our Earth is covered by water. So it's a very unique event, and while we don't have a total solar eclipse in Wellesley, we have about a 93% of totality, which is pretty amazing. And it is important to wear our safety goggles and glasses because of the fact that there's 7% of the sun still being exposed to us.
That is super cool. So it's actually called a penumbra, is that right?
Yes. So there's the two shadows that a moon casts. There's the penumbra and the umbra. And so typically with the penumbra, you have the annular solar eclipses, and that's when you see the ring of fire. And then with the total solar eclipse, you have the two shadows working hand in hand. And so while we don't get the full shadow effect with 100% totality, we do get pretty close to it, which is pretty unique.
So we can consider this a Massachusetts special.
Yes.
Just for us, because it is terrestrial, right? And we can see it from outside today. Yes. And how long does it last for if I was out here outside the library?
Yeah, so there's different phases of the eclipse. So the first part, which starts around 2:30, that'll happen for about 60 minutes, and that's the partial solar eclipse. And then it'll move into a diamond effect, where as the moon is coming over the sun, it will look like a diamond ring just because of the way the rays go off. And then the actual total solar eclipse only really lasts like 3 to 5 minutes in most cases. And then it goes back to partial eclipse and doesn't phase out until another 45, 50 minutes.
So cool. So okay, here's the tough questions for you, Lisa. What are some of the terrible questions that kids have been asking you about this?
Oh gosh. You know what's funny? The younger kids that I work with don't actually ask bad questions. They're super curious about the natural world, and I think they're just amazed by the fact that the sun can be hidden during the day.
All right, let me rephrase that. How many times have kids asked you, can I look up?
Oh, okay, yes. That question, I think it's one of those things they expect that no, you can't look up at the sun, but they do, they like to be risk takers, and this is not a case where you want to be a risk taker. Because you're
switching to the cute questions that they've asked you.
Yeah, so something that some students might ask is, what happens to people driving or the animals? And a curious thing that happens is you'll notice that the birds might act differently, or the animals in the surrounding areas, because they're confused by the fact that the sun is disappeared during the day, which is very strange. And in terms of the cars, that's a good question. I really hope people that are driving don't continue to drive and look.
Yeah, that would not be advisable. Yeah. Yes, only one thing at a time.
Exactly. Right. And then there's also a lot of folklore around the solar eclipse, one of which I know in Chinese culture is the dragon. A dragon was eating the sun, and that's why it went away. And so it's kind of cool historical references as well. But definitely being able to kind of see the aura that the sun gives off, scientists can study that. And also the Bailey's beads is an effect where it's light shadows coming off of the moon's surface, and because of the craters, they can kind of see the surfaces of the moon.
Okay, everyone, when you go home today, Google Bailey's beads. It's our homework assignment. Thank you so much, Lisa. This has been so fun chatting with you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's awesome to have someone who works for NASA at our public schools, right?
No.
Coming over? Yes, feel free to, yes, it's very stylish. All right, no, I can't see anything. So tell us what you think.
I think this is pretty amazing. I was a kid when I last saw the eclipse, and I thought there was a rumor that if you took all your brass outside, it turned to gold, so I did that. Did not work, so I'm still working.
Excellent.
I think it's pretty amazing, and it's also very amazing to like be here and be a part of the community, so you feel like you're part of something big. So, and it's the first time in my lifetime I'm seeing this, so I'm pretty excited about that.
And give us your thoughts.
I'm super excited to see what happens when everything goes dark.
The only other, the only other one I've experienced is when I was 3 years old. I came here for the event too. Yeah.
Very interesting. Well, now you just have to wait another 40 years to catch the next one. If you think about that. Not too long, right?
I mean, I'll be 50, older than my dad is now.
And you're really good at tell us your name and tell us what you think.
My name is Brooke, and I think this is really cool right now to like be able to experience it at 90%. And I think that's really cool because the last one we had was at 2017, and I was really young, so I couldn't really see it. So it's really nice and exciting to see it now.
Are you at the high school?
I'm at the middle school. Yeah.
Very cool. I'm so glad that you could come out here and take a look. Next one's going to be in 40 years, so you might catch that one too.